Hello. Chia puddings. Gonna do some strawberries. Macerated. I thought it was macerated, so I thought macerated was wrong. I think I had the wrong definition. I thought it was like if you put a sugar on it. The Sunchild said if it's like in a liquid. Anyway, I don't know. So for me, I'm gonna do my strawberries with a little bit of lemon juice and some honey. So you could do them any way you want, regular sugar, but I think a little bit of sweetener and a little bit of citrus will be just plenty. If you wanted to, you could make chia jam, strawberry chia jam. I'm actually going to use some chia seeds and make some blueberry chia jam. But I've never made blueberry before, but I have made strawberry before. So you could cook down the strawberries just slightly, and then you add in the chia seeds and let that all work together. And it's amazing. But for this, like I am just doing these strawberries to have on the side. I already did one package and that package is gone. I forgot to take a picture. I forgot to do a video. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. So, but what it was, and so I was like, let me go ahead and just do this live and make another one. We'll do another batch. So the strawberries, this is just 1 8-ounce package of strawberries. These are actually non-organic. So I did not follow the Dirty Dozen on this. But what I did do is I did wash them, and not just wash them. I do a soak. For me, I do a soak in apple cider vinegar. If you've read Dr. Hazel Parcells, there are all different sorts of ways to wash your foods and fruits and vegetables and all of the things. And, a bleach wash is also one of those ways. But I don't do that. I do a apple cider vinegar for the most part is what I use. And water. And so these have just been used. If you're watching, this is the Cutco paring knife, just the regular paring knife. Wouldn't use the bird's beak because I'm actually using this like against my hand, right? Just having it come up and meet my hand and know that I can do this. So for this, I'm going to juice half a lemon just because that's the same thing that I used before. The seeds. Okay, and I'm just going to do this over my hand. So I'm juicing it over my hand so that I can catch those seeds as they come out. You could do this lots of different ways, but that's how I'm going to do it. So there's it's a little ASMR, little gushy lemon food porn for you. Having way too much fun with my food. Okay, let me get back to business. Ooh! Squirting lemon juice, losing lemon seeds. Dak nabbit. Snapalicious. Okay, here we go. Let me get serious, guys. So this is going to be this liquid. Citrus on here, and then I'm going to give this a nice, good drizzle of honey. So, again, if you can, wherever you are, if you're able to, your honey consumption, if you're able to procure some local and some raw honey, that's going to be the best for you and for your body. So I'm going to give this a nice healthy drizzle. I don't know, maybe a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons. If you were going to do sugar, you could just do like a white sugar drizzle. I'm going to say 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. That sounds good. A 4-second drizzle of honey is what I'm using. But you could really use any sweetener, sugar, maple syrup, como quieres, no? Okay, let's do, actually, we'll just put it right there. Okay, on the fruit. Okay. So this, and then you're going to let it sit. So as you move this lemon juice and this honey around, it's going to glaze them. But when you see, it's going to start to it sucks the juice. It makes the juice release, or it makes the strawberries release their juice, or I don't know. But it kind of, the syrup there will be more syrup in a bit after these sit there sort of marinate in all of this. So I'm going to set this to the side. Now let's get back to the chia pudding. So chia pudding is one of my favorite things. And I realized it was maybe just a year ago when I first started getting #obsessed. And it wasn't just me. It was the baby for sure too, right? So chia pudding, I usually do 2 ways. When I do it, I'll do it 2 ways. And so I'm going to do a version of both of those ways today. So the first way is the easiest, and that is with dark chocolate chia pudding. So let me go grab, I'm going to have my dark chocolate almond milk. So today I'm going to use silk almond, and I'm going to also use an unsweetened original almond milk. I don't even want to look at the ingredients on these because I know it's not going to be exactly what I want, but we're not going to worry about it today. Today this goes in the 20%. If you've read Passionate Nutrition, if you've had me as a coach, if you've had me as a friend, Jesus, if you've had me as a person in your life, you've heard me talk about the 80-20 rule. So the idea is that you care a whole lot 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time you just don't worry about it. It's not worth the worry and the stress and the anxiety. All you need to do is eat with energy in that situation. So the ratio, it's going to be so easy. So it's 8 ounces of milk and then 3 to 4 tablespoons of chia seeds. So I'm doubling because I made this last night and we just ate the whole thing as an afternoon snack. So this is going to be 16 ounces. And I find 3 to 3.5 to, it's whatever you want. You can sort of experiment and see what works best. You can use ground chia seeds. I have used ground chia seeds. I just use ground chia seeds. I really love the whole chia seeds because it's going to it's going to plump up almost like a little mini tapioca. It's delicious. So this will kind of like an overnight oat thing. It's going to sit in your fridge and then, hold on. I have to count. Here we go. Okay. So I did double. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to do 7. So that's like 3.5. And that, I know for me, that's my favorite ratio is 3.5 tablespoons of chia to 8 ounces of liquid. Okay. So we're going to stir this first. It's going to stir right now. And then we're going to let it sit for like 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to stir it again. Then we're going to refrigerate it 4 hours at least, overnight, 8 hours, whatever, but at least 4 hours. And it's going to plump up. It's going to churn up. All the little seeds will churn up and it's going to be so good. But it is important to stir and then stir again in 15 minutes because you'll break up some clumps after those first few minutes. You'll have kind of like some big clump parties happening and you're going to want to break those up. And then you let it go and let it go absorb like overnight. So, and I am meticulous with this to be able to use every little chia seed. I love having chia pudding. It's so yummy. So those strawberries are going to go with the dark chocolate one. Usually do 2 versions at once. Usually do a dark chocolate version. And then I love berries with that. Dark cherries. You can use frozen fruit. Like today I've got those fresh strawberries. That's how we had it just a little bit ago. So it's like a dark chocolate covered strawberry chia pudding. Yeah. I've had dark chocolate covered cherry chia pudding that was with frozen dark red cherries. And oh my gosh, it was so good. So I'm going to set that to the side. We're going to stir that again in a minute. And now I'm actually going to make my own. I'm going to make the mixture for the next batch, which is going to be, so dark chocolate and strawberry, dark chocolate and whatever, berries, right? What I like to do is a cinnamon vanilla version with like apples, or I usually do cinnamon apple version. This time I'm going to do, the same thing. The like cinnamon vanilla, sort of cinnamon vanilla version of chia pudding, maple syrup, all that good stuff, nutmeg, everything in there. And then, you add in your fruit mix in at the end, and it is divine. It's a great dessert. It's also a great breakfast or a snack, anything in between. Okay, so that's the chia pudding. Those are the 2 recipes. You got to see the strawberries. If you need support with any of these things, have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Don't forget to get some nature. Love yourself to revolution. Say hello. If you haven't said hello, I'd love to say hello. I'm not sure who's even watching, but we'll catch you soon. I'm going to go flip over. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the YouTube. It's Real Radical Revolutionary. My name's Veronica. I'd love to see you there. Real Radical Revolutionary. I'm going to go hop over and make one little live over on IG and spread the love, and see you soon. Bye. Okay, we're in between here. So I just did half of this on Facebook, all of this on YouTube, for posterity, for documentation, for writing it on the scroll. Hello. But we're going to do half as a little Facebook commercial, and then half as a little Instagram commercial, right? Because that's really all we're doing here. I'll put this in here. If you have already subscribed, thank you so much. If you want to join me for some yoga tomorrow, I'd love to see you there. Wahoo! If you need a health coach, health, lifestyle, wellness, hello. There we go. And I'm going to put it there. Okay, great. Okay, back to chia pudding. That was a little commercial break while I switched things up and switched over to the Instagram commercial situation. And then we're going to finish the other batch of chia pudding. Yeah, so I think this, I was originally thinking about doing, and I might still do it. I don't know. I'm kind of messing around with this other pudding. So I know this dark chocolate one I want to do, and that's got the strawberries to go with it. But I was kind of thinking about adding in some frozen some frozen blueberries for this other one and doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to show you what I've got mixing here. Again, if you do need any support or want to just chat, need support with bullshit in your life, let me know. More to come. Okay, so for this is an unsweetened original. So this has no vanilla, no sweetener. So I'm going to build my milk on this one. And I'm going to do some vanilla extract. Start with that. Add some cinnamon. Good amount of cinnamon. Shakes and shakes. I don't know what. Teaspoon of cinnamon. Half a teaspoon. A little bit of nutmeg. So not that much nutmeg, right? Always just a touch of nutmeg compared to the cinnamon if you're doing those things too. I'm going to add a shake of the ground allspice. My honey. So I do like, if you can add different kinds of sweetener, just like I like if we can add different kinds of fat. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Excuse me. One more. There we go. Excuse me. Okay. Excuse me. Those were lots of honey farts. Anyway, okay, so right now we just did the honey, the vanilla, and the spices, the cinnamon, allspice, and nutmeg. Smells like heaven on earth right now. I'm going to add some maple syrup in there too. What, a tablespoon of maple syrup? I don't know how much that was. It was a drizzle. It was a good shake. It was a good drops. Say tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. This is really going to be up to you. I'm using an unsweetened almond milk, right? So this has no sugar in it. If I was using an already sweetened almond milk, I probably would not be doing all this. I'd probably just be adding a little bit of each of those things and not all that honey and all that maple syrup and whatever. But this is what I'm doing for this. Okay. So now I'm going to build this milk. So I'm going to start adding, and again, I'm going to go for the same thing. So we're going to do double. So there's 8 ounces there. And this is going to be like a super concentrated. Almost smells like chai, honestly. Yum. Okay, so that's number 1. I might even do a triple on this since I have a container that I can do that in, and if it's not too over sweetened. The other thing I'll say is you don't have to do this vegan. Some of the best, I've cheated and I've made it as non-vegan and done it with like whipping cream and stuff, and that is still so good. Okay, so I'm going to triple this because this still looks like a whole milkshake situation. I might have made it too used, too concentrated, too sweet, yeah, we'll mix this up. Okay, so we're going to do, this is now a triple in this. Triple the recipe. Okay, so now we're going to do, 9 to 11, something like that. Okay, I'm going to say that this is going to be amazing. I am going to give this just a taste because I want to taste it. I wonder what it tastes like. We'll see. Vamos a ver. De veras no estoy segura. Vamos a ver. Vamos a probarlo, ¿no? Luego. Fire. So good. I like it not super sweet personally. You can still add more sweet stuff in at the end. Okay, this is gonna be so good. It smells so good. So now this is as easy as counting. So again, the ratio 8 ounces to 3 to 4 tablespoons. So this is 1, 2, 3 for those first 8 ounces. 1, 2, 3 for the second 8 ounces. And then 1, 2, 3 for the third 8 ounces. And then I'm going to add in 1.5 extra because I like to do about 3.5 tablespoons per 8 ounces to be specific. But I'm just going to guesstimate. So I'll just kind of do an extra 1.5. I think I did my math right. Pretty sure that's the right math. Anyway, it'll be fine. It's very forgiving, and you could always go back and add in more liquid or more chia seeds to be able to have it absorb after this first little setting. So same thing here. I'm going to let this, you want to stir it. You want to let it all stir. And then you want to let it sit. You let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes so that it can all start to go together. You give it another stir, break it up again, and then you let it sit. 4 hours minimum, probably 8 hours overnight, whatever is great, but at least 4 hours, and it's going to be just so good. You can add in your other mix-ins now. Like I said, I really like to add them in later, but you can add them in now, like your fruit. So this is going to get apples or something yummy. Mango, I've done like mango vanilla. There's pear, cinnamon pear vanilla. Whew, so good. Okay, so this is going to be this mixture that's going to sit there. Put this off to the side, and then I'll show you the chocolate, the dark chocolate one more time, and then we'll be done. Then we'll be done. So if you're on IG, you didn't see this earlier, but I have a dark chocolate chia pudding here. So see how this is clumped up? Woo! That's what we want to come back and break up, right? That's what we're coming back to break up. So you really want to stir around, and you can find some really huge clumps, but they should all break up pretty easily. And again, this is where you're really going to do that work. And what would happen, right, if you didn't break this up now is then they wouldn't swell up properly. They wouldn't absorb that liquid properly. There would be issues with the ones at the middle. So you just want to make sure that all of the chia seeds have had a chance to swim around in whatever liquid you've put them in so that they can properly absorb the sweetness, the flavor, all of it, right? Okay. So this is going to be amazing. This dark chocolate chia pudding. Got those strawberries, if you recall. Got those macerated strawberries, those strawberries that are working with the honey and the lemon. And then, yeah, I think I'll probably just end up doing between apples and blueberries, but I added a good amount of cinnamon. And so I'll probably end up doing apples with that. And then also maybe do some blueberry chia jam. We'll see how I feel with those frozen blueberries, how I want to use them. So hopefully this has been helpful. You can go check me out, loveyourselfrevolution.com. Reach out to me if I can be of support and assistance in any lifestyle, health, wellness, coaching, whatever that looks like for you. Let me know. And yeah, eat well, take care of yourself. Love Yourself Revolution. Love you guys. Love you. Bye. Bam, done. Let's see. Bye.